Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video review. This time we have from Hasbro Marvel Legends, the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave, from the Avengers Infinity War series, Iron Spider. So this is quite exciting for the majority of collectors. The Iron Spider-Man costume is kind of a fan favorite. It's really anticipated for the new movie. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'll get more into that once I go over the figure. Go over the packaging, standard packaging. I do like the kind of orange, yellowish inside color scheme, bit of gold on the logo there, and then the purple outlines on the whole box. You have like decent artwork of Spider-Man. He's very big, so there's not like much as you can see there. So as far as artwork goes, it's probably one of the weakest ones, but still, it's cool that there is artwork. Then you have a nice picture of the figure on the back, and then the rest of the assortment. I have Captain America, Iron Man, Proxima Midnight, and Taskmaster at the moment. I really want Thanos' two other arms. I'm trying to get the arms for a good price, or Songbird and the Serpent Society figure at a good price, but you know, it's hard to get them for a good price. Like, surprisingly, like I didn't think that these two would be like, you know, difficult ones to get for a discount, but it's actually kind of hard. So that's a shame. I am still trying to hunt for them and at a sale or whatever, because I am very much excited to build Thanos, because I'm so close. So yeah, going over the actual figure here. This was not one of the figures that I was like looking forward to in this wave. I'm not a big fan of the suit. When it was first shown in Spider-Man Homecoming, I was very pleased when he walked away from it, but obviously that hasn't done it much good, because here it is. So I'm just, you know, the Iron Spider-Man suit in the comics is cool. It's not something that I like really love or anything, but it's not something that I hate. But in the movie, I'm just not a fan of the design of it. It's red, and I like the patterning as far as the kind of rough edges to make the spider suits, or to make the spider symbol. I like that type of design and look. I think that's cool. That looks kind of mechanical, but the rest of them doesn't really look mechanical, and they've gone with this like dark blue metallic color scheme, which is a little odd. It's painted very well on the actual figure. This figure is 100% new sculpt, because, you know, I think it's a 100% new sculpt. Now I'm taking a look at it. It definitely is. I mean, the feet are the only thing that I could really kind of see that being reused. No, but it's not. It's a new sculpt, so which is kind of nice. But it's very similar to the other sculpts of Iron Man or of Spider-Man, of course. So there's not a ton new as far as in groundbreaking design. However, the details are new, so that is decent. As far as the head sculpt, looks all right. You know, the head sculpt, they didn't change anything with that. Like, it would be cool if the eyes were gold or something. Like, instead of the white, had that be gold, or instead of the black outline, had that been gold. I think that would have looked a lot cooler, kind of given him more of a Tony Stark or mechanical look, because this doesn't look mechanical to me at all. And then, of course, this figure is lacking any accessories. Now, first of all, where are the mechanical arms? Obviously, that's something that is hugely needed for this figure. That's what makes this suit cool, and this figure completely lacks that, which is definitely a huge disappointment. You know, I don't know if it was just the fact that they weren't allowed to show the arms at this point as far as the figure's being released, because I know that, like, on just one day when Funko Pop showed their mechanical arms, Iron Spider-Man, just about everybody ended up showing, like, their Iron Spider-Man with the mechanical arms. I feel like that was, like, the date that, like, that Marvel Studios or Disney was like, okay, this is when you can, you know, reveal your stuff. So if that was the case, this figure should just have come out in a later wave. Like, if they weren't allowed to do the arms yet, this shouldn't have come out so early, because just in general, it's so disappointing without the iron arms. And I'm sure we're gonna get one with iron arms. It's just gonna be the same figure, but with a new back piece that has the arms in like a 2-pack or something, I would assume. So it's just annoying. It's a way to get us to buy it twice, which is just stupid, and not a big fan of it in general. As far as how it's painted pretty clean though. Like, most of the lines are pretty good. I do like the texture in that blue costume, so you know, it's decent as far as in that regard. As far as articulation, very standard. He's got ball hinge neck, which you can look up that far, down that far. He's got ball hinge shoulders on a butterfly joint, which I'm very happy that it's on a butterfly joint. On my copy though, this shoulder is out further. Like, I don't know why it won't push in properly, which is very annoying. So it's like sticking out more than it should be. On this side, it's more flush, so that's something that's definitely annoying, but that's probably just something exclusive to my copy. He's got a swivel bicep, double hinge elbows, hinge swivel wrist. He's got an ab crunch, which can go forward this far, can go back that far, which is pretty decent. Swivel waist, ball joint hips, which can go up about this far, just 90 degrees, and then go out about this far, which is pretty decent. Then he has a swivel at the thighs, double hinge knees, hinge pivoting ankles. Overall, standard articulation for a Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure. Nothing new, nothing unique. However, the standard articulation for Spider-Man is very good, so it's certainly nothing to complain about. As far as not getting the mechanical arms, that's not the only thing that he doesn't come with. He doesn't come with anything else as far as like extra hands or anything like that. The other Spider-Man figures have come with extra hands. There's no Peter Parker head sculpt. There's no webbing effects. There's just nothing comes with this guy, which just makes this such an ordinary, bland figure in my opinion. If you love the costume, yeah, you're gonna like this. But if you're just kind of partial to the costume, figure-wise, there's nothing special here. Because again, like you can't have him do anything because he just comes with 2 webbing hands. There's no fists, there's no Peter Parker head sculpt, there's no actual web shooting out. They've just done nothing to like update this figure, and it's you know, it's quite bland because of it. Here he is with the last one, the last Peter Parker head sculpt, or the last Peter Parker Spider-Man figure from Spider-Man Homecoming. I think that they've you know, done the proportions a bit better on the waist. He doesn't look so odd waist-wise. But other than that, figure is you know, it's on par. It's exactly like the other one. You know, good detailing and standard articulation for Spider-Man. That other Spider-Man though came with some extra hands, so you get more with this one. So overall, I'm not a big fan of this figure. It was not one that I was very excited about. Had I been able to get his Build-A-Figure piece for like cheap on eBay, I would have done that instead. But I was able to get this on buy one get one 40% off at Toys R Us, and therefore, you know, it made it worth it. But regular price, I certainly would not recommend this, you know, unless you're just trying to get the Build-A-Figure piece like myself. So overall, I'm not a big fan of this figure. I don't know if I'm in the minority with that. I feel like this could be one that people go crazy about because everybody seems to like the suit. So I think that I'm just one of the few that doesn't, and therefore this might be a popular figure. I'm not quite sure. Personally, though, I don't find anything special with it because I'm not a big fan of the design of the suit, and then just figure-wise, there's just nothing new, and he's lacking in accessories a ton. At this point, with so many other Spider-Man figures, especially movie ones, they need to update it some way, so Peter Parker head sculpt would have at least made me happy because that's something I don't have. But the lack of the iron claws, the spider legs, that's the biggest thing that's disappointing with this figure. So there you go, that's my video review of the Marvel Legends from the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave, the Avengers Infinity War series Iron Spider-Man figure. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.